Greetings, my lovely Geminis. How are you today, Gemini? Hopefully you're doing well. My name's Gigi, and I'm back to give you a love reading. Love reading for all my lovely Geminis. If this is your first time joining me, welcome, welcome, welcome. And for those of you returning Geminis, thank you for checking me out today. Thanks for your support. I really appreciate it. All right, Gemini. So we're going to see what's going on for you in love and relationships. This is a general reading. With that being said, if you find that your story is not being told here today, do not panic, Gemini. What you'll need to do is hit that subscribe button and mash the notification bell so that when the next message drops and it does resonate with you, you will be notified of it. All right, Gemini, let's get into it. Spirit, give me some messages for Gemini regarding love and romance. All right, okay. And let's clarify those messages, Spirit, for my lovely Geminis. This is very interesting energy, my goodness. Had a lot going on, huh, Gemini? All right. All right, Gemini. First message comes by way of the Emperor in the reverse, being clarified by the Ace of Swords. So this is strong, very strong energy, my God. First of all, we're talking about a truth being uncovered, and I believe that that truth was uncovered by you, Gemini, with your person, and you basically caught your person. You either caught your person in the act of going against the relationship in some way, which invalidated is the word that Spirit's given me. It invalidated the way that it invalidated everything that this person used to tell you was true about the relationship. It invalidated everything this person has told you is true about the way they feel about you. It invalidated the relationship completely in your mind. But I do feel this energy of confrontation that came in with this. So I feel like there was a confrontation. You found something out, or you directly walked into a situation, right? So there was a confrontation here where this person, your person, was very aware that you now know the truth, right? So this Ace of Swords is definitely the truth. And there's no other way that this person could find to cut it, like they could not basically. So, all these cakes here have been cut, slices have been taken, but there's no other way to cut it. You have to, it is what it is. And so once that happened, I think that in many ways, in many regards, you definitely saw another side of this person who you probably were viewing in upright Emperor energy, whether they're male or female. You were viewing them as a person who strong, stands up for what they believe in, protective of the relationship, protective of you, protective of your feelings, a stand-up person in the community. And then when all of this occurred, that turned your perception of this person completely on its head. Okay, so you were able to see straight through the bullshit, basically, to see what was at play here, and you found that you actually had an emperor acting in the reverse, which is never pleasant. Let me tell you, this energy in the reverse can be quite reckless. And this person was reckless. They were reckless as far as your relationship. They were reckless in the way that they handled your feelings. I feel as if this confrontation, it wasn't just you confronting this person. I feel like this confrontation got quite intense and probably for many of you got quite ugly. All right. So with that being said, you are squarely looking at the facts of this. Now, whether or not you actually want to assess the true damage that has been done here, because I feel like many of you are turning around from the true damage in order to kind of spare your feelings. So you saw everything straight on with this Ace of Swords, but then, you know, a day passes, maybe 2 days passes, and now you're, instead of looking at and truly examining it up against your feelings and what you need to do next, you're kind of stepping back in regards to your emotions. And logically, from a logical standpoint, you're looking at it, but then from an emotional standpoint, you're turning your eyes away. You don't want to feel the pain. It felt like a stab in the back, and you don't want to feel that pain. So you're stepping out of it emotionally, which the danger in that, Gemini, is that not dealing with the pain, not dealing with everything that happened here means that you're opening the door to be willing to overlook some things in order to kind of have this situation play out the way you would like it to. So that's the warning from Spirit, that there's a danger of that. This person has now shown you who and what they are and who and what they're about. So don't play ignorant to that fact, is what I'm hearing from Spirit, because what you were shown was the absolute truth. There's no way around that. There's no way around that. This person showed you the absolute truth of what you mean to them, what or how they value this relationship, if they value it. All right. And I'm only hammering this home as a message because Spirit is urging it. All right. And I don't sugarcoat my readings over here. I give it as Spirit gives it. So don't be mad at the messenger, please. All right. Next message comes by way of this Seven of Pentacles being clarified by the Seven of Swords in the reverse, which is very interesting because here again, this shows you, Gemini, looking at the investment you made in this situation. You invested your time, you invested your emotions, you invested in some of your cases, you may have invested financially in this connection. And you're looking at that and you're kind of like in this kind of complacent place because, like I said, you're trying to avoid the emotional damage here. So you're trying to not feel the emotions as much as you can, although some of them slip in, right? And it has you feeling a little despondent. Like, despondent is the feeling that I get here. That comes through with that denial of emotions. So instead of feeling like true heartbreak, you're just feeling a little despondent. And you're looking at this and you're focusing on your investment part of it. Like I said, not your heart, but your investment. And you're saying, do I throw that all away? Like, this bush still looks very lush. And the pentacles, if you want to consider those objects that will grow, there's still things here. There's still growth factors here that I can concentrate on. All right. But with the Seven of Swords in the reverse clarifying your contemplation, it's also letting me know that you're already in a state of denial in regards to the pure deceptive spirit of your person. This Emperor in the reverse showed themselves to you fully, and this Emperor in reverse is a very deceptive person. Even some would call a deceptive spirit. And they showed you that. And you're now, they had the knife out. They've been stabbing in the back, because I feel like whatever it was that you caught on to definitely wasn't the first occurrence. It was just the first occurrence you're aware of. And now, you're overlooking that to look past that to, oh man, I invested so much. Do I just walk away and let it all go to hell? Well, it kind of already has gone to hell. And you have to know that the fruit that you're going to get from this relationship is only as good as the bush. It's only as good as the person you're dealing with. It's only as good as the Emperor in reverse. So the fruit might look pretty, but once you cut into it, I think it's pretty rotten on the inside. All right, so the Knight of Swords here. Let me back up. The fruit is rotten on the inside, and you deserve fresh fruit. That's what Spirit just told me. So let's be for real with that. So the next message comes by way of the Knight of Swords being clarified by the Ace of Wands. And this is telling me that this Emperor will show their face again. For some of you, I feel like your person is kind of hiding out for a moment or two, waiting for you to calm down somewhat, or what they hope will lead to you calming down. They're hiding out. They're licking the wounds of this confrontation that took place, a way of saving face. And but they're going to rush back in and very passionately rush back in and communicate, everything that they think you want to hear. All right. So that's coming your way, Gemini. And you should also be aware that they are going to see, the thing about this Emperor in the upright, he's a real son of a bitch in the reverse. He's a real son of a bitch, a real selfish son of a bitch. Let's be for real. And so your person, whether they're male or female, is exuding that energy. And this Knight of Swords just further clarifies that, because they're going to come back in with this passionate, messaging for you, basically. And it's going to be all about them. And if you pay very close attention, Gemini, the truth, the sword of truth is still evident in their messaging when they come back in. If you don't allow yourself to get swept up in the drama of the horse running full speed with the knight dressed for battle, very, gung-ho, I want you. If you don't allow yourself to get swept up into this whole scene right here, and you pay attention to the message that they have, really truly pay attention, you're going to see clearly that this message is all about them, not you. It doesn't really address your needs, your desires, your truth. It's all about them. And if you pay attention to that, it will show you what's going on inside this person's head. Even more, if you don't already know from what happened over here, you'll know that nothing's changed. All right? So pay attention to that, and Spirit's urging you to make your decision based on that. All right? Because balance, I think what the last year has shown you, Gemini, with this Temperance card, is that balance is something that is really important in your life. If you allow yourself to get in a state of not being balanced, and you get to a state of abusing or neglecting the need for balance in your life, then things run out of control for you, Gemini. And so, a situation like this, how does that address your balance? It's going to be, first of all, it's not balanced because it's one sided. It's this person getting what they need, what they want, what they desire, which leaves you. Where does that leave you? Where does that leave your needs, your desires, what you want? Right? It's very unbalanced. And so, in your contemplation, you don't want to overlook that fact, because overlooking that fact takes this balance out of control and affects your life. You might think it oh, they love me. Let me get in there and make sure I have this love in my life. But really, you're going to knock yourself off balance, and you're going to end up with your life feeling very much out of control. All right, because that will open the door for that. You also, with this Temperance card, have to be mindful of balancing your head and your heart, the emotions of your heart against the logic of your head, which means you do have to feel those emotions. You do have to navigate those emotions. And if you need help with that, get help. But you have to balance the two and make sound decisions from both your head and your heart space in order to be truly happy. All right. And, that's going to definitely mean stepping into the King of Swords energy, whether you're male or female. And once you've done the reckoning of balanced head and heart, making the actual decision, then you step into the King of Swords energy to cut out who and what you need to cut out. The King of Swords he's like very skilled, like a surgeon, and he can cut out precisely who and what needs to go. But if you're not in this energy to make your decision, then that means you're either going to allow a malignancy to continue, or you're going to cut out and you're going to make inaccurate slices, inaccurate cuts, and you're going to end up cutting out some things that are actually good for you. So that is the importance of feeling those emotions and navigating them, because I do feel like you're good with the logic part of it, your head space, but your heart, you don't allow your heart to inform your head on your decisions. And that's your weakness. And that's actually where this Emperor in the reverse person, your person, played you. That's where they played you. They peeped out the fact that you are a person more in your headspace, and that you don't allow your heart to inform your decisions so wholly, right? I mean, there's some heart information that goes in, but not, they peeped out the fact that you'll avoid the emotional side of things. And so this Emperor got really good at appealing to your logic, to your mind, to what you can see, feel, hear, and taste with the five senses. They got real good at appearing to your senses as what you wanted to see, what you wanted to hear, what you wanted to feel. And once they did that and gained your trust that way, they stepped out and did whatever the fuck they really wanted to do. All right, Gemini, that's been your love reading. I'm sad to hear that a lot of you are going through this type of situation, But having this information laid out for you and these messages laid out for you by Spirit should at least help you with navigating it in a way that really and truly empowers you. Okay? So I want the best for all of you Geminis. Please subscribe for future messages, and I look forward to seeing you then. Bye bye.